Hey stars, I'm Deshawnhollywood and I'm back with another dope video. And today's video is really exciting because I told you guys that I was going to give you an update on if I got a response or if I heard back from my father after I, reached out to him and I wrote him that long letter with just trying to rekindle our friendship, and I got a response. I truly got a response, guys. Like, literally, it's right here. I have already read it, so I know everything that is said in here, and we're gonna get into some things. So, if you guys want to find out what's gonna happen at the end of this video, then you already know what I need you to do. Keep watching.
Ooh, boy, you're looking like you like what you see. Won't you come over and check up on it? I'ma let you work up on it. Ladies, let them check up on it.
So before we get started, I just want to say first and foremost, welcome if you are new here. I see that I've gained some new subscribers, so welcome to Team Hollywood, where we stay beat, honey. Also, I just want to say thank you to everyone that has been here, that's been rocking with me, that is appreciating all of my content. I promise you guys I'm working day and night, just trying to make sure that I come out with the best content, the most interesting, the most authentic to myself, that I feel that you guys would appreciate. So thank you so much for being here. I really, really, really appreciate you. Okay? But yes, like, okay, so let's get into it of why we are all here. Like, I did not know how this was gonna go. Like, I really didn't. I didn't know if it was gonna have a positive effect. I didn't know if it was gonna have a negative effect. I didn't know if it was gonna have a neutral effect. And I'm not gonna read everything that is in the letter, but I am gonna read some things in it that I feel is going to be very, very important for you guys to hear, especially someone that could be going through a similar situation that I am going through, kind of going through with my father, just because the response I got when I did the first video was amazing. So many people, even women, it wasn't even just a dynamic of like son and father, it was like son and father, and it was daughter and father. Just a bunch of different people that reached out to me and told me thank you so much for just like sharing our story and being very transparent and honest about everything. And I'm happy, and I just took away from that like naturally it just seems like dads are hard. It doesn't matter like if you're a heterosexual person, if you're a homosexual person, if you are a pansexual person, whatever. Sometimes, not all, but in most cases, it is just a little difficult with fathers, because, you know, fathers are known for being like hard and stern and like whatever. But anyway, guys, no, like, I got this letter like last week. I got the letter in the mail last week. It took me about a day to open it and read it because I'm not gonna lie, like, I was scared. I was really, really scared. And also, if you guys were paying attention to my vlogs, like, it was around the time that my best friend Kylie was here, and I didn't know. I was like, is this something that I want to read by myself, or is it something that I do want to read with someone here, like, to kind of, you know, be that supporting person to hold my hand throughout it? Like, I was wondering all of these things. All of these things were just racing through my mind. But it did take me like 24 hours to finally open the letter and read it. And guys, you will not believe the things that my father said. Like, I was so shocked. Like, I was really, really shocked. I didn't expect it. I don't really know what I was expecting the outcome to be. I don't know, like, I can't even, like, put my thumb on it of what exactly I was trying to get out of it, besides just, you know, truly expressing myself, letting him know that I'm interested in working on our relationship. But it was kind of scary because I didn't know if he was going to be offended. I didn't know if he was going to be offended by what I had to say, because I did not hold anything back. Like I told you guys, like, I let it all out. What I wanted to say, I said it. But I will say the most shocking thing about all of this is, guys, like, it was a very, very positive outcome. It was such a positive outcome. I was so shocked at the things that I was reading. Of course, like, you know, there was some rebuttals, which I expected. I expected that. I never ever say anything for anyone to agree with me or to just go with the flow of whatever I'm saying. Like, if you feel that, like, there is something that I said that you think is wrong, or there's something that you want to correct me on, I will stand corrected at any given time. I don't have that much ego to the point where I'm like, oh no, I'm never wrong. Like, yeah, sometimes I am wrong, or sometimes I may have got the story wrong or heard it differently from somebody else, and I just needed to hear his side of the story. So I was appreciative of that. I didn't get mad at that, because like, I would be such a hypocrite if I got mad at him for expressing himself and like the things that he wanted to say to me, but I just did the same thing to him. So I was okay with that, honestly. I really was. And it really did clear up a lot of things. I feel like I cleared up a lot of things for him. He cleared up a lot of things for me. And I feel like the main things that him, excuse me, I'm trying to film a video here. I feel that the main things that I really wanted to get across, I did get across. I feel the same for him. He got some things off his chest that he wanted to. We cleared some things up that I feel were like some misunderstandings. There are some, I will be honest, 100%, y'all know me. There are some things that we will need to revisit, because there are some things that he said that I was like, what? Like, that's not true, or no I didn't, or whatever. But like I said, I love the fact that he was able to express himself and be 100 with me. He even told me, like, I was very shocked to like get this letter from you, but I'm happy that you know, we're doing this and we're taking the time to really fix our relationship. So that was one of the major things that I was really excited about hearing. Also, some things, because I told you one of the biggest things that I had an issue with is how I felt he treated my mother. He cleared up some things about that, and he also agreed to some of the things that I said. So I feel like that their relationship, platonically, is going in a better direction. So I'm proud about that, because like, no one wants their parents to fight. Like, even if they're divorced, like my parents are divorced, even if they are divorced and they're not together, I don't want them to fight. Like, I don't want it to be like, ugh, your dad is calling her, ugh, your mom. Like, I never wanted it to be like that. Like, I still want them to be like, hey, you know, we created something amazing. Like, let's get along and let's be good and cordial. Like, it's just, life is too short to have this much malice and hate for each other. So yes, and at some point, like, they really did love each other. Like, come on guys, they were high school sweethearts. So it's like, chill out. Like, y'all can get over it, y'all can get along. Like, okay, I'm gonna get into it and talk. Wait, no. Before I get into the letter of like what he said in the letter that truly just like kind of like really reeled it in for me. But before I get into that, I will say, so guys, I read this letter, and when I was reading the letter, like, I was reading it in front of my best friend, because, like, you know, we tell each other everything. So regardless if she was in front of me or if she wasn't in front of me, at some point I probably was going to tell her the story anyway. So it was great that she was here with me to hold my hand. And plus, like, guys, I was like shaking while I was reading it. I was like really scared because I just didn't know what the outcome was going to be. It was very, very positive, and I was so happy that she was there to like hold my hand. After I got done reading it, guys, like literally I was just sitting there and I was like, am I about to cry? Am I about to cry? Like, I just kept telling myself that, and I was like, no, I'm not gonna cry, I'm not gonna cry. And she's like, you know you can cry. Like, it's me, it's okay. Like, she's like, I'm here for you. If you need to cry, like, it's okay, you can do that. And I was like, no, I'm fine, I'm not gonna cry. And she was like, okay, well, give me a hug. Guys, she hugged me and I lost it. Like, I don't know what it was, but I lost it as soon as she hugged me, and the waterworks just came flowing and flowing and flowing down, honey. It was Justin Timberlake's Cry Me a River. Like, I'm pretty sure her, like, shoulder was probably soaking wet, because I know like my neck was wet, because we were kind of lying down like while we were hugging, and I was just like crying and crying and crying, and she just sat there and let me get it all out. I probably cried for like a good 3 minutes. Like, I just was like going and going and going, like, because I was so happy. And the thing that made me cry was this part of the letter right here, because this is what I've always wanted to hear him say. Like, I've always, oh my God, no. No, sorry. Y'all know my little emotional Aquarius ass. Like, no, I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. Guys, they're tears of joy, but I'm not gonna cry. Cause like, ugh, I'm sick of crying in front of you guys. I know you're tired of me crying too. So, no. But anyway, guys, so yes. This was the part of the letter that truly, like, I was just like, wow. I was like, I've waited so long to hear him say this. It was amazing. Okay, yes, so this is the part I feel like it's the most appropriate to read to you guys. But this is what he said to me, and this was at the end of the letter. And it was like, but I'm over all of this. I'm just glad all of y'all are grown besides the twins. I have 2 twin siblings, guys. I just want to live my life and love my kids. I'm over the gay stuff. I'm going to work on being better with it. And I love you, son. Love, Dad. And it was just amazing. You guys just don't understand. I was just like so happy to hear him say that, because that's all I ever wanted to hear him say. It's because it's like, I'm a great person, and it's like, you know, I've done everything. I went to college, I got the degree, I started some businesses, I have a successful like social media presence. It's like, bro, like I should be like, you should like me. Like, I'm good. Just because I'm gay, it doesn't mean anything. But anyway, like, I was just so happy to like hear that and see that, and that's what really broke me and like just made me so emotional. Broke me in a good way, like, because that's what like made the waterworks come, because I was just like, wow, like, thank you. After all these years, we finally are getting to a point where like I forgive him, he forgives me for whatever, or we're just moving past like our like differences and issues of the things that has happened in the past. And I just really feel really good about it. And I feel that now that this is off of me, honey, the daddy issues are flying out the window. So these dudes better get it together, honey, because what's up? Also, I'm happy that my family is starting to come back together. Like, cause I am a family-oriented person. I am a family-oriented person. It just, there's a lot of heinous things that happens in families that break families apart, and I feel like it's only the strong that can look past that, get past it, and get to a healthier place. But it takes work on both ends. Like, it can't be one-sided. It can't be one person trying to fix everything and get everything right and the other person isn't, because then it's going to feel one-sided, and then it's going to be like, well, if you're not trying, I'm not trying either. But anyway, I'm happy we're over that. Lastly, that I wanted to tell you guys, so after, like, I read this letter, coincidentally, the very next day, my dad called me. So we had, like, a nice conversation, and we were talking about, like, our letters, and he was like, yeah, so everything's good, right? Like, everything's good. And I'm like, yes, Dad, everything's good. And the thing that I love the most is that we were on the phone, and I was like laughing. He had me cracking up, because my dad is a jokester, and like he's always making jokes. And if you know what's been going on in Chicago, like I answered the phone, I'm like, hello, Dad. And he was like, yeah, so I saw you on the news looting from Chicago, blah, blah, blah. Clearly joking. And I just died laughing, because like he has that type of humor. Like, he has his mother's humor, which is my grandmother, and I love her. And her and I, we have the same birthday, so we're always just like chopping it up and laughing. And yes, it was like so good to do that, because that's one thing that I used to be really envious of. Like, I hated the fact that like I would watch my friends who were gay and they could just have conversations with their fathers where they're like cracking up and laughing on the phone and just really bonding, and I'm like, I can't do that. Like, it used to be very awkward on the phone with my dad, or like we just didn't have anything to talk about because we probably really didn't want to talk to each other. But that has completely changed, so I'm just so happy. So that's why I'm telling you guys out there, listen, this it's been a long time coming, but I just wish that it would have been earlier on. Like, do not waste as many years as we did to rekindle our relationship. Like, it's your parents, and I know it may be hard, and if it's something that you feel like that you guys can come back for, I would really recommend you try. Like, just try. Like, just see where it goes. I'm not saying that everyone is going to have a positive experience like I did, but you never know. So it's worth trying, and I just feel so much better. I feel so good. And yes, I just feel like I'm ready to conquer the world now, and I just feel like I don't have anything that's really weighing me down or like holding me back. So yes, That is my story, guys. I'm so excited. I told you I would give you an update on what's going on, like what happened, if he wrote me back, what he said, whatnot. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to me. And please make sure that you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, comment, watch more videos after this one. Yes. And until next time, stay beat. Bye, stars!